Yo, what's up guys, it's Super Electivire here, and it's time for Mega Evolution Monday. I'm not sure if you can tell in the background, but the fan's on because it's super hot. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of like the ability Drought. And the only Pokemon with Drought are Mega Charizard Y, which is already a Mega, Groudon, which is already a Primal, and the only other one is Ninetales, so maybe we should do Ninetales today. But really, it was just a request of Ghostcrafter Wesley MC. I don't know if I pronounced that correctly, but whatever. For Mega Evolution Monday, we will be doing Mega Ninetales. So, of course, if you'd like to leave a request, I will take it. So, let's go right ahead and take his request. So, starting off, we'll be calling the Megastone the Ninetales the site. Oh gosh. How are you supposed to say that? Ninetales the site. 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 Yeah, try saying that 3 times fast. That's hard. But most people agree that Mega Ninetales should be the Fire Ghost typing, because just take a look at his shiny form. It just feels and looks like a Ghost type with access to moves like Will-O-Wisp, which is, I would say, supposed to be a Ghost type, but it burns you because it's related to Ghost stuff. But I'm not going to go there. And I have to say, I agree with that Fire Ghost typing. So for this new typing, it gains a Dark and a Ghost type weakness, but it gets a normal and fighting type resistance. And as for its resistances, it is also now resistant to poison as well. I wouldn't say that these are that great of a resistances, although fighting is common. Dark and Ghost is even more common than both normal and poison, so it's a kind of a mixed bag here. Now, an ability can make or break a Pokemon. I decided that I wanted to do something to reflect its new Ghost typing and a new design. But after looking at its design, I realized, gosh, that's a lot of fur. And then I thought, oh wait a second, there was an ability for that, isn't there? It's like a fur coat. Oh gosh. This beast of an ability halves the damage for all moves that hit the physical defense. Now if you don't understand this yet, that's okay. Just think of the last time somebody burned a physical attacker. You know how their damage becomes half what it's normally? Well, if you're a numbers person, I'll repeat it. If you take 100% damage, meaning you are 1-hit KO'd, and you have fur coat, you would only take 50% damage for that physical attack. That's insane. That means you can't be basically one-shotted unless your opponent can take you out with 200% HP. Now, the one problem is that its stats must be decent in order to actually become good. So let's take a look. Beginning, HP never changes, but its attack gets a 35 boost, its defense gets a 15 boost, its special attack gets a 40 boost, its special defense gets a plus 20 boost, and its speed gets a minus 10 loss, I guess. Not really a boost. But basically that ends up with 111 attack and 121 special attack, with 90 defense, 120 special defense, and 90 speed. Now, let me explain myself. The one thing I have to say is that this was completely unintentional. I decided Mega Ninetales would have fur coat, and then I looked at the stats, and then I thought, well, geez, it already starts out with a really decent special defense. And now it's getting fur coat. This thing is going to be bulky as heck. And yup, the new design is just so much bulkier. It's impossible for me not to give boost to its defenses because it just wouldn't fit. So for the defensive side, I reasoned, well, it already has so much fur, I can't give it too much of a boost, otherwise it's going to be super OP. So I only boosted its defense by 15, and its special defense I boosted by 20. The special attack boost is also apparent in its design, as it seems to just emanate more power. That power just seems so much more powerful than normal Ninetales, so I gave it a 40 in special attack. And the attack boost was a really good way, I think, in keeping this guy's stats balanced, because now it can run a mixed attacker, but it's not as likely because you are probably going to be running a lot more powerful moves such as Fire Blast and maybe Flamethrower, and you have Fur Coat, which means it's going to be going towards status more as well. So this new attack boost I felt was a really good way to keep this guy from becoming too OP, because remember, I do not really like OP Megas. Now, the thing is that with all that fur, generally it's harder to move around. So I gave it a minus 10 in speed, because that would make it a little bit slower, and a lot of Pokemon are actually over 100, so if I gave any boost to speed, stuff like Garchomp wouldn't be able to outspeed it, and Ninetales would just be able to easily Will-O-Wisp, you know, run max speed, max HP Ninetales, and that would basically just take out like half the threats in the metagame. So I thought that a minus 10 speed would be decent instead of a boost, even though it gets an extra 10 stat boost in attack or, let's say, special attack. I also believe that it would make sense to give Ninetales Morning Sun and Moonlight. Morning Sun relates with the Sun and Fire type, so I could totally see regular Ninetales or Mega Ninetales both use it. Moonlight is kind of iffy because it relates to the Ghost typing, and regular Ninetales is not a Ghost. However, I felt that it still looks decent enough, and Morning Sun can cover any roles that Moonlight would not be able to cover. And in addition, Morning Sun's just better anyways. I just put Moonlight on there because of the Ghost typing. I would not actually see Ninetales using it at all. I could also see Ninetales getting access to the TM move Shadow Ball. Its ghost-like resemblance, with all its wavy tails and stuff, that's what I think helps Ninetales get that ghost typing, which is why I'm giving it Shadow Ball so it can get a stab move, and it probably fits regular Ninetales, and regular Ninetales could probably appreciate this kind of coverage. As for the custom set, you start out with the ability Drought to boost the recovery of Morning Sun, and the power of your fire moves for the next 5 turns. Now, Flash Fire is usable for the fire immunity as well, but generally you like Drought better because in addition your water weakness is gone as well. Calm Mind raises your special defense and special attack, making you really bulky on both sides of the spectrum, while also raising your special attack to make you hit really hard. To last longer, you're going to be wanting to use Morning Sun, and it really helps if you still have the sun out. But of course it's going to go away. However, it still recovers a decent 50% of HP, so if you guys have ever used Recover, that's basically what Morning Sun does. However, just watch out for different weathers, because basically all the other weather conditions lower the healing for Morning Sun, so you're going to need to watch out for that. Will-O-Wisp makes you impenetrable from the physical side, but if you run it in conjunction with a fire move, other Flash Fire Pokemon can completely wall you. As a result, Toxic can be used instead of Will-O-Wisp as a great way to stall other Pokemon while also being able to touch a lot of other Flash Fire Pokemon. Just watch out for Heatran, because if you run a fire move and Toxic, it does not take damage from either. You should go with Flamethrower or Fire Blast if you're going for Fire Blast stab moves, but other options include opting out of a fire stab move, again because of Flash Fire. So you might go with Shadow Ball for the Ghost type stab. However, it can't touch normal types, so that might not be the best option either. Will-O-Wisp and Toxic should be able to touch them, but if you prefer a different coverage move, you can go with Dark Pulse because it has similar coverage to Shadow Ball, but nothing is immune to it. However, you don't get stabbed from it. Either way, the combination of an attacking move and a status is pretty good in the first 2 slots. You'll definitely want to keep Calm Mind and Morning Sun in the last 2 slots, but the first 2 are kind of up to you. But anyways, that's it for today's Mega Evolution Monday. Leave a like if you enjoyed and subscribe for more Mega Evolution Monday videos. Also, feel free to comment a suggestion for next week. As always, I will put the links to the fan art, the Mega Evolution template, and all that other stuff in the description below. So check that out if you guys want to give credit to the artists. But until next time, see you guys later.